He has a 6-month-old?
Yep.
6-month-old daughter, and he's a new dad, certified new dad. And I'm super pumped for this interview. How's it going, new dads? This is John. Today I have Andy. How's it going, Andy? So we'll just go ahead and get started. Was there a point where you knew you wanted to be a dad, or was it just like you kind of knew you wanted a family? And
Yeah, we'd always spoken about having a family, and we kind of got to the point we were kind of trying to wait until we had like a house and we had like, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then we're kind of in the Bay Area, property's so expensive that having a house is probably not going to happen in the next like while we're still of like, you know, good age to raise a child. So we kind of just said, let's stop waiting for the perfect moment and do things now.
Awesome. Did you make any preparations before you became a dad, or did you just kind of like jump in?
No, we just kind of went for it. We're kind of like playing things by ear. It's one of those things that it's kind of like it's kind of hard to prepare for, because you don't know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. So it's kind of like,
right.
You know, that's the kind of approach we took anyway. We just kind of like, as things happen, we just tried our best to take them in our stride.
I liked how you said like you can't really prepare for it. I mean, you can like read all these books, which is, I read a little bit of books, but when you have the kid, it's like
it's
like what?
All that stuff goes out the window, because like if there was like a manual, they would come with a manual, right? So but like every kid's different, and I guess like my sister had a couple of kids as well, and she never got any morning sickness, she never had any trouble during pregnancy, and it's just everybody's different. So you just kind of you can always take advice on board, but you know, it's kind of, you're just gonna have to find your own way.
Right.
That's how I found.
What was the hardest part of pregnancy?
Definitely the morning sickness, which is not just the morning. Deborah was sick like for about 18 weeks, and she was sick all day.
Oh man.
It wasn't just mornings. It was all day, and it was kind of tough to see her go through that, and I'm kind of helpless. I'm filling up hot water bottles, I'm making her tea, and that's like about as much as I could do. But thankfully we had like some good friends around. Like we figured out that if she had some like ginger, like be it like cookies or soda, that would kind of help her. So we had Laurie coming over like every other day, with like crates of ginger ale from Costco and like big bags of cookies and stuff, and that kind of got her through work and stuff during the day. So that was pretty cool.
What do you miss most about pre-dad life?
Pre-dad life. Because we had a puppy just before. We had a puppy for like a year, and I think it was like that kind of prepared us a little bit, because like that kind of like you think about like you know, you don't want to come home from work and go straight out, or you don't want to like, you know, leave them at home on their own all day at the weekend. You want to bring them somewhere, and so like I find that like if I'm thinking back to what I miss, it's like pre-puppy as well, right? Because like when you could just like sit on the sofa and just like watch football on a Sunday all day every day.
Yes.
I kind of like didn't have that for a year before the baby, because we had the dog and we had to like bring him places and bring him on walks and stuff. So yeah, pre-dad life, I guess being able to sit on the sofa on a Sunday uninterrupted, and just kind of like chill. But it's one of those things whereby I did think I was gonna miss it a lot, but you know, you just have so much fun in different ways.
Yeah.
And so that's what I found.
Awesome. Yeah. I totally resonate with that too. Yeah. Like I miss just like being able to play basketball or just do my own time, me time, right?
Yeah.
But you know, even though you're giving a lot of stuff up, you know, just like the smile on your kid is like,
when
it's
you come home from work and they recognize you and they smile, it's
totally
it's special in a different way.
If there was a guy on the street and he was like, hey, I'm thinking of having a kid, like what would you tell him? You know, like how would you prep him, or like what would you tell him?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where like because I got like tons of advice as well at the start, and some of it good, some of it, you know, wasn't relevant to me or whatever. I just say, you know, just use the 9 months of pregnancy to kind of prepare yourself for get yourself in the frame of mind whereby, you know, like you're saying, like your basketball games, instead of paying 5 nights a week, you might only pay 2 nights a week, or you might not pay at all for 2 months, the first couple of months or whatever.
Right.
So it's just kind of use those 9 months to get yourself in the frame of mind whereby you're just going to have different responsibilities, and it's not doom and gloom like we're just saying, right? So you see the smile when you come home from work and you forget about your basketball game, right? And so that's, I would say, just like use the 9 months of pregnancy to kind of get yourself in the right frame of mind.
Totally.
And
that's a great advice. What's like your least favorite or hardest part about being a dad?
The hardest part is I found you're kind of a bit further along than I am because Emma's only like 6 months old, but like just like leaving her going to work and like Dev's is great sending me pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff, but you know, she rolls over for the first time or she giggles for the first time and I'm at work, and you know, it's kind of we're kind of still adjusting to that kind of thing, but yeah, like the other stuff like the lack of sleep, and we've been lucky that Emma's like a pretty good sleeper, but all that other stuff, like you're well, at least in my experience, my brain just has a way of like I forget about all that kind of stuff. Like even if I have 2 hours sleep, by the time I'm in work and I'm drinking coffee and having lunch, I forget that I only had 2 hours of sleep, right? Because your brain remembers the good things and tries to forget the bad things.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how that works, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same for labour, right? Because like women do it multiple times. Like if they could remember it, they probably wouldn't.
I really appreciate you taking this time. Last, word of encouragement or advice for any new dad out there who's like, doing the grind, like waking up at 2 a.m., like doing the whole bottle feeding and all that.
I think it's like, it's very like cliched and cheesy, but like just enjoy the journey. Like just like they do grow up really, really quick. Like you can probably attest to that as well. It's just enjoy the journey and just be thankful that you've got like a happy, healthy baby, and even if she does wake you up 5 or 6 times during the night, like that's gonna stop at some point. And
everything's a phase, right?
Exactly, everything's a phase. And once one phase stops, the next one begins. So so just embrace the journey and enjoy it.
Cool. Well, thanks, Andy.
Thanks,
it's been awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, this is New Dads. This is where we get perspectives from first-time dads. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.